Hello and welcome to another episode of The Electric Invasion. I'm Mats and this is Robert.
Hello.
So now we're in a Jeep. It's my first experience with the Jeep. I don't know, have you been in one? You've been in one before?
Yeah.
You had some family members that was into this car, American car thing.
Yeah. My family's strange.
So this is called a small car, but it's not a very big car. It's compact crossover, I would imagine it is. It's from Stellantis. It's built on their newish electric car platform. It costs from around 350,000 euros and upwards.
35,000 euros.
I said so.
No.
Anyway, 35,000.
You said 350,000, so I don't think you can buy this for 3.5 billion.
Anyway, we've borrowed it from Salzburg Build Center. It's supposed to have up to 400 kilometers of range, which is okay. Should cover plenty of use cases. We're gonna use it quite a lot actually this weekend, so we're gonna gather some impressions. We're also gonna go to the new V4 supercharger.
Yes.
At Gardermoen, and just while we're there picking up some books and visiting some friends, we're gonna just slot this in and see what happens. Hopefully it charges.
Yeah, hopefully. So, tag along with us.
We're now on the motorway, and well, the ADAS, the level 2 ADAS system here is actually rather okay, I think. It's not quite as lane-centric as the Tesla. Sometimes I think it can wander a little bit too much into the center of the road, but that's sort of what it is. Some parts of this interior is kind of plasticky, but that's okay. It starts at 300. It starts at 35,000 euros after all.
Yeah. But I don't think it's not the sound in the cabin inside here. It's not bothering me.
No, it's not too bad.
No, I think it's decent. So
yeah. Seats are okay.
Yeah, I tried to find out if I can adjust the seat upwards, because
I don't know if you can. They're manual. They're quite. But I'm not into them simple. But
because
don't think you have that possibility.
I can't see the end of the bonnet.
No, well, this is a compact car, but it sort of gives you a feeling of being a big car because it has a squared-off bonnet, and you get a feeling when you sit there that you sit in this bigger car than it actually is.
And it has the most funky
blinker sound. Yeah. Listen to this. I'm gonna try and make it show you on some lower speed roads later, because it sounds like a drumming machine from the 80s. It's just fabulous. Whoever thought that was necessary, I don't know if I want to slap him or whatever, but it's fun anyway. Can be a bit tiresome maybe over time. Infotainment system is good. It's the same. It's a development of what you found in the Fiat 500. So it's kind of the Italian part of the Stellantis group, the old Fiat Chrysler. It has nothing to do with the Peugeots or the Citroens of the world, and that's a good thing, because this is much better. What the Frenchmen have been doing is just dreadful. This is better. It's a small screen, but it's sort of, it works. It's relatively responsive and easy to find your way around, and it has wireless Apple CarPlay, which is, I think it just should be industry standard. We have now an average over the last 30 minutes. It has an energy graph of 237 watt hours per kilometer, which is, it's okay. It's a squared off car this, after all. The consumption number since I zeroed out the trip computer when I picked the car up is 231, and it's falling, so I think it's gonna be okay. we're at 86% of energy now. Battery, I mean. What do you think of the ergonomics of the interior?
I think they have. I can see the Italians have had some things to do with this car, not the French part of Stellantis, as you say, because I feel this is a much more appealing cabin. It's not, as you said, this car is very compact.
Yeah.
As for example, the Peugeot E2008. But you know my opinion about the E2008.
Yeah, you detest it intensely.
Yeah. But this one is much more brighter, even though it's.
There's no glass roof in it.
No, but it's brighter, I think.
Okay.
And I don't get suicidal inside of it.
And the window line is sort of, it feels a bit pillboxy in here in a way, but I guess that's probably intentional. The rear seats are, with two of us in it, because we're long-legged, useless. I will maybe try and get Casper to try them tomorrow for fun. Just no, but that's not the car's fault. It's a small car. That's how it is. There is no.
It's built for Italians. So maybe
well, Jeep is an American brand, man.
Yeah,
but it's a European car, sort of. So.
Yeah.
Jeep is, for those of you who don't know, it's a brand, one of very, very few brands with a really long history. Started off in 1942 during the war as a general purpose. Thereafter GP and Jeep, as it just became known. So they've sort of filled this car with they have the stargazer down there, looking at the stars that are up on the other side of the windscreen, and there's these little things all over the car. It's sort of gimmicky, but it's fun. It's their first foray into the electric cars, as we mentioned. This is a front-wheel drive car only, but they still have the mud and snow and different drive modes, mostly driven by ESP, of course, and ABS brakes, trying to like kind of mimic a forward drive system. But they insisted on having them as standard equipment, and then I think that's a good thing. It has a battery size of, I'm not entirely certain, I think it was 65 kilowatt hours, or thereabouts, something roughly like that. The salesman couldn't remember exactly either, but thereabouts. That's also standard. The only thing you can pick when you pick price levels is of the different packages of equipment. So that's sort of okay.
54
kilowatt hours.
Yeah.
That's not very much. It has
156 horsepower.
Yeah, because I can feel it's more powerful than what I have in my Peugeot, the van. It's not a rocket ship, but it's sort of okay. I guess it's around 350-400 newton meters up.
Roughly there, yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. The luggage space is alright. There is a room under the floor for cables at least.
Yeah. 355 liters.
Okay, so not the biggest, but I guess it's alright.
And you can have 50 kilos on the roof.
Okay, but no trailer.
Yeah?
No trailer?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, sadly, of course, for Stellantis, this group's competitors are the Model Y, the Model 3, the MG ZSEV, and to a certain degree also the MG, that one, the Avenger, or whatever it's called.
This is the Avenger.
Yeah, that car. What is that? The MG. There's also an Avenger name on it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
MG Marvel, or whatever it's called. So it's sort of, I don't know if it's really good enough, but of course it's a cool car, and it doesn't look like what your neighbor had, and the sound system is decent, and I like this thing. Yes, I can pick on it, like the rear doors doesn't have door pockets, for instance, things like that.
20 to 80% on 100 kilowatts max.
Okay.
In 24 minutes.
That sounds about okay. I hope there's some air conditioning going on, but that's alright. I have a pretty flat charge curve, so at least that's my experience with the Stellantis cars, that they don't have the highest charge speeds, but they have a flat curve. That's okay. So it sort of evens itself out in a way.
Yeah. And without the driver, it weighs around 1.5 tons.
Yeah, that's pretty lightweight.
Yeah.
Actually, that's yeah.
But we talked about the luggage. It's 355 when the back seats are up.
Mm-hmm.
But when you take them down,
Mm-hmm.
you have 1,250 light liters.
Okay, that's okay. I mean, it's a bit squared off design there, so they're easy to use. Unlike in some cars.
It's a little bit over 4 meter long car, so
Yeah.
it's decent to take to IKEA.
It's about the size and length of that Ioniq, I think, roughly.
Yeah.
So sadly they have no frunk, but that's how it is. At least the 12 volt and stuff are easily accessible if you should need that. Hopefully you shouldn't. Instrument cluster is adjusted with there's 2 buttons there's one button at the end of each stalk, and one of them you cycle through with, the other one you select and zero out chip computers and stuff with. So it's the opposite of a Tesla. They remove stalks, and here you just use more of them. So yeah, it's but I like the way they have taken the climate controls and sorted them out at one as their own buttons. They have a good feel to them as well. I like the placement of it.
Well, a question for you.
Yeah,
What do you think about this mustard color of the car?
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. It kind of make it. You notice the car without being too shouty.
Yeah.
If it had been black, it would have just vanished.
And you can get it in 2 tones.
Okay, yeah, because this is a black roof.
Yeah. So there's a decent choice of colors on this car.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
good.
Depending on the level of trim.
We're now at a V4 charger, or we're charging at a V3. Simply because there seemed to be some. I didn't get the car to charge on the V4. I don't know exactly why. I heard someone say there's a mislabeling on them, so you end up picking the wrong charge point when you're here. But it's probably something they'll fix. They're really sort of going a bit back to the first chargers now. If you go back and you see the first V1 chargers Tesla had, they were also big monolithic white things. They're nice, and they show that big fat cables, relatively not very heavy, unlike everybody else's, and where the charger industry, at least in Norway, have said that it was difficult to charge. Oh my god, the card readers, it's going to be expensive and all of that stuff. And they just integrate it. It's not there now, but you can see the screen there. It's going to be an RFID card reader, and then you're going to probably, if you need a pin, you can just put it on the screen. It's not difficult. Just implement it. So how to sum up after a few days the Jeep Avenger? It's a funky, cool interior. It's not it's decently spacious inside of it. You can place and carry with you a lot of stuff, but quite as much as in the Teslas. But it is a smaller car. Rear seats are okay. If you have one long-legged, say the driver like me, you have effectively just 3 seats anyway. As in all small cars, and you have just one charge plug in the back, and no cup holders or armrests, sadly. You have no frunk either, but well, you know, it is what it is. At least everything in the front there is easily accessible. The boot is okay. It has a kick sensor and an electric hatch after all, so that's pretty good. Considering the price point, and then also has a very, very good infotainment system, one of the better ones actually, very easy to use. And the ergonomics of the car, of the coupe, is very good. It's a relatively compact car, so everything is easily within reach. Sound system is good, and it's just a pleasant, nice place to sit and spend some time. And it's comfort-oriented suspension. It's a good cruiser, this one. It really is. I'm impressed. I really am. It's a lot better than I expected in many ways. So thanks again to Starsborg Bil Center for lending me the car, and thank you to you for watching. And I hope I'll see you in another video at a later time. Take care, and goodbye for now.